Settle one difficulty, and you keep 100 away. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Sometimes, all it takes is one powerful quote to shift your perspective or calm your heart. That's why we've gathered some of Confucius's most meaningful words. Timeless wisdom that speaks to the soul and reminds us what truly matters. Take a breath slowly, and let his insight meet you where you are. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Give instructions only to those who seek knowledge, after they have discovered their ignorance. He who is not in any particular station has many worries. He who is in one has many fears. A man should demand much from himself, but little from others. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. You cannot open a book without learning something. Give up the lesser to gain the greater. A fool despises good counsel, but a wise man takes it to heart. He who will not economize will have to agonize. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know men. The cautious seldom err. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. You cannot help others if you do not help yourself first. The superior man is distressed by his want of ability, not by the failure of others to recognize his ability. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. Without effort, there can be no success. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not is a fool for life. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. A person who is not sincere has trouble finding peace wherever you go. Always bring light. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. What you do not want unto yourself, do not do to others. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Men's natures are alike, it is their habits that carry them far apart. Recompense injury with justice, and recompense kindness with kindness. When you know a thing, to hold that you know it, and when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it, this is knowledge. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. When you see a worthy person, endeavor to emulate him. When you see an unworthy person, then examine yourself. Small minds are concerned with the extraordinary, great minds with the ordinary. Act with kindness, but do not expect gratitude. Study the past if you would define the future. The object of the superior man is truth. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. The superior man does not, even for the space of a single meal, act contrary to virtue. He who sells courtesy reaps friendship, and he who plants kindness gathers love. If you look into your own heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. When words lose their meaning, people lose their freedom. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. A youth is to be regarded with respect. How do you know that his future will not be equal to our present? If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. A man should be slow in speech and quick in action. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. To see what is right and not do it is want of courage. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Wisdom is rooted in the past, but branches into the future. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. If your heart is wise, your whole life will be filled with happiness. When a wise man points at the moon, the fool looks at the finger.